Hello, this is Dr. Vipul Rastogi. I'm a consultant neuropsychiatrist at Medanta Hospital. Today we're going to talk about anxiety disorders. Anxiety disorders are one of the most common mental disorders that are normally seen. They affect about 5 to 10% of the general population. Anxiety is a normal defense mechanism of the body and usually affects us when we are in a stressful situation. It becomes an illness when it comes for no reason. Anxiety is of several types, but usually characterized by shortness of breath, fast heartbeat, feeling restless, feeling of suffocation, sweaty, tremors, meaning shakes in the body, and generally feeling uneasy. Anxiety is, as I said, is of several types. It might be anxiety around a particular situation, like a phobic anxiety. Some people are fearful of planes, aeroplanes, some people are fearful of lifts, some people of closed spaces. But it could be also a generalized anxiety which affects all the time. There's also a social anxiety which affects people when they are in a social situation, but also anxiety is of medical illnesses, fearful that you might be developing cancer, that sort of, and we see most of those people in a general hospital setting. Another form of anxiety is obsessive compulsive disorder, which is again a very common disorder and is normally seen but much less treated because of ignorance of people. OCD or obsessive compulsive disorder includes people having intrusive thoughts which are very unpleasant, like feeling that their hands are dirty or maybe the locks are not closed, so people go and check it again and again. So this repetitive checking wastes a lot of time and impacts negatively on people's quality of life. Again, treatment is very much possible, but you need to seek help. Treatment may include medicines, but largely for anxiety disorders we try and use psychological therapies to help. Now, we also have to look at psychological stressors, environmental factors. They also have to be investigated and treated. Generally speaking, anxiety disorders treatment is between 6 months to 12 months, and if we include psychological therapies, then the treatment is sustained, the improvement is sustained, and we may not have it again. So please do seek help if you're feeling any of the anxiety symptoms. Anxiety symptoms just have to be not only at one particular time, but it have to be prolonged, and do seek help, and treatment is very much possible. Thank you. Hello, this is Dr. Vipul Rastogi. I'm a consultant neuropsychiatrist at Medanta Hospital. Today we're going to talk about sleep disorders. Sleep disorders are very common and they can be largely classified into three types: less sleep, more sleep, or funny things happen in sleep. The first thing is called insomnia, where people sleep less. The prevalence of insomnia is about 30% people, and for some people it is a chronic insomnia, meaning they can, for long time, they can't sleep very well. Excessive sleep is called hypersomnia. It is seen in about 5 to 10% of people, and parasomnia mean having strange experiences during sleep, like sleepwalking, sleep talking, night terrors. The most common of these is insomnia. Insomnia can happen several times. One, it could be an acute insomnia, or primary insomnia, which means that it has happened due to certain stress in life, meaning by there has been some sort of difficult situation in family, work, bad health. But some people have chronic insomnia. Generally, people who come to see us are looking for sleeping tablets, but if somebody has insomnia, the right thing is to give a good sleep hygiene advice. 80% of people who come to see us complaining of insomnia do not really need medicines, and just a little bit of lifestyle changes and good sleep hygiene will pull them through. The small things, the certain things that we can do to help sleep: number one is to wake up on time every single day. Do not prolong or make your sleeping time late according to the time of your sleeping. The second thing that you must do is only go and lie down in bed when you are actually feeling sleepy. If you go to lie down in bed and if you're not feeling sleepy, then the anxiety goes up and you disturb your sleep even furthermore. The third thing that you can do is to switch off your TV, mobile, computers 1 hour before you want to sleep. The light that these devices emit causes more alertness to the brain, therefore delaying sleep. The fourth thing, please, that people can do is to not watch TV while lying in bed. Only use your bed for sleeping. Do not try and sleep in the daytime. The normal sleep time for people in working age between say 15 and 65 is about 6 to 8 hours. People who are physically active need more sleep, and who are less physically active need less sleep. Physical activity in the day, at least for half an hour, will definitely help you sleep. And if you're using all these things and you're still not able to sleep, then obviously please go and see your doctor. But as I said, 80% of people who complain of insomnia do not really need medicines to correct their insomnia. But if you have any other illnesses like, say, thyroid problems, if you're very overweight, then you must go and see your doctor, and they might help you with medicines or guide you accordingly. Thank you.